OMG, hi! Hello, welcome in. Is everything working? I'm always like scared that if it when it's been so long and if everything just like decided to break. Thank you for the save reminder. I actually didn't save this yet, so it actually works. It's okay. I'm definitely not still setting up. Hehehe. Why is my camera like pointed at the ceiling? I'm not on the ceiling. It's like one of those fancy cameras that follows your... It's supposed to follow your face and everything, but for the life of me, I can't figure out how to get it to do that. But yeah, welcome in. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Did I just... What's going on? Why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. Really quick, I do have to pee. And my partner has a really good, excellent habit of rushing into the bathroom right before I'm about to go pee. For some reason, it's always like around this time, like 2 PM, like right before I'm about to stream. I'm like, oh, I'll just go pee real quick. They're like, it's like they know, and they're like, yo, speed run to the bathroom and sit in there for like half an hour. So I might have to go be right back in like a couple of minutes, but yeah, just so you know. Can I pet you? Of course. But only because you asked so nicely. The weird gato. True. I see that as a compliment. Oh, so how are you? How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I've had a bit of a unproductive day, to be honest. I keep doing this thing where I'm like yesterday I was like quite productive and I ended up working into the evening because I was like, okay, I'm in the zone. I'm gonna keep working on my stuff. And every time I do that, I think it's a really good idea until the next day. Every single time I do that, I burn myself out, probably, because today I've been procrastinating like 50% of my time, which is very annoying. Meow indeed. Just ate a nice pie? Yo, no way. Is this your Sona? No, this is somebody else's Sona, actually. So, those of you with a keen eye might tell that this art style is a little bit different from mine. This is actually a character that I created as a collaboration with my friend Smerl Arts on Twitter, I think. He's frickin' like has an adorable art style and very quick turnaround time, by the way, if anybody happens to be looking for somebody to commission. But this is a character we created together, and somebody adopted it recently and asked if we can create them a reference sheet, so that's what I'm going to be working on today. And once I'm done with this, I will be working on wiggle icons, which I don't believe I have any in my queue right now, so if you want to see me working on yours, now's a very good time. Sniff check, how dare you. So rude. Hey Randy, how's it going? Welcome in, dude. Hope you feel well. Since we missed the real motivational Monday, can we get inspirational Wednesday? I guess so, yeah. I was planning to stream on Monday, but it's been an interesting couple of days. I guess I'll see if I can start working on this and talking at the same time. But why's my remote not working? Okay, there we go. Let's see. So I was kind of spontaneously at Gamescom this weekend. If you somehow don't know, it's a huge gaming-related convention in Cologne, which is not super far from me. To be honest, I was never really that interested in attending Gamescom because I kind of just assumed that it was like, you go there to look at like AAA games and stuff, and for me that was like, I'm not gonna stand in a line to playtest a game that I probably won't even buy ever. But it's actually a lot more than that. I gotta say, it's pretty interesting, especially I think the best part about it is probably the indie area, where you get to look at and see lots of indie games. My indie game, Super Chipflake we wanted to have our own booth there as well, so people can playtest the game at Gamescom, but they have like a system where you can apply for it. And you can get a booth there for free, basically, if you apply for it and they accept you. We applied for it and didn't get accepted, so at that point it was like, okay, we can purchase a place at Gamescom, but that shit costs like 5,000 euros. It's really... it's really ridiculously expensive, I gotta say. So yeah, it was a little bit out of our budget. So we didn't end up having our own booth there, but we did have the musician who's creating the music for the game. Is called Ben Zimmerman, and he also has a band. Bro has an entire band, and they play video game music live with actual real instruments, and it's really freaking cool. And they have a singer, and it's all like really cool and amazing. So I kind of only went there to support them. Yeah. But other than that, like, I also I found some time to check out the artist area, which was surprisingly good, I gotta say. I remember I went to Gamescom 2 years ago, I think, and the artist area was tiny. Like, it was like 99% frickin' anime figure stands. Like, this, even now, there's so many of them. They all have exactly the same figures as well. I don't understand it. But yeah, it was really cool to see that this time there were a lot more artists, a lot more original art. I spent like way too much money in there. I don't know. I really like to support artists, fellow artists, get like original. I got a really cool shirt from a Japanese artist who lives in Berlin, who makes like he draws like cats and stuff as if they're like around in Berlin and stuff, and he had some really cool shirt designs, so I got one of those. Yeah, Gamescom was interesting. Hope everyone's doing great and staying hydrated. I'm doing excellent, thank you, Holy Wolf. Welcome in, dude. Hey, is your Wikitubia accurate? I'd say like 80% of it is... No, a bit less than 80% of it is accurate. If you want to like ask me about anything specific, feel free. I'm pretty open to answering questions on these streams. If it's something that I don't feel comfortable answering or something, I'll just skip it. So yeah, I gotta say, like, what the major thing I don't like about Gamescom is that it's ridiculously full. Like, there's way too many people. It's pretty... If there was not that many people, it would be so much better, but... Yeah, I kind of regret... I was there on Thursday and Friday, and I regret not checking out the indie area on the Thursday, because on the Friday it was way too full, and you couldn't stand in a line to try a game without having to wait like 2 hours, so... Yeah, I was about to say, I started talking about this because I wanted to explain why I didn't stream on Monday, wasn't it? Yeah. But, excuse me. Meow 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 meow. My introverted butt couldn't handle it? Really? You think so? I don't know, that's something I'll talk about in a little bit as well, actually. I've been paying a lot of attention to my my social anxiety and stuff. Something I find interesting about me is that I really don't mind crowds. And I kind of can't remember if I've always been like that or if it's a recent development. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a recent development, to be honest, because, you know, I've started attending conventions to sell my merch and stuff, and you're just like constantly within crowds. And I've kind of been visiting places like Dusseldorf a lot more lately, and they're always super overcrowded. Yeah, nowadays it really doesn't bother me. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice to not be bothered. Yeah. So I spent this Sunday hanging out with the with some of the band members, actually. And we had a little campfire on the Rhine, the Rhine River, because that's a thing you can do, apparently. Apparently that's fine, and not illegal, which is pretty cool. It was very chill, very fun, very cozy, and we got home at like 3 AM, which would have been fine. You know, I would have got home, probably would have slept till like 12 or something, and then I would have streamed anyway at 2 PM. But on Monday we had to take our vehicle, our car, to get repaired. And you know, Germany, everything has to be at 9 AM. 8 or 9 AM. Everything has to be at 8 or 9 AM. So I gotta say, it was still very worth it to stay out that long with friends. I don't get to do that kind of thing very often. Because I'm really good at making friends with people who live on the other side of the planet. And I only get to see them every, like, year or something. I'm so good at that. It's great. But yeah, after taking the car to get repaired, I was very dead. So at around 1 PM or something, I just went back to sleep. Like, I couldn't function or anything. I really wanted to stream on Monday. I really wanted to stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday today, because I'm only going to be able to stream once next week because it's frickin' Eurofurence. But yeah, I was extremely dead. Like, I can't even describe how dead I was, bro. Like, it was crazy. Hate crowded places absolutely ruins my day. Oh no. Oh no. I can understand that though. I'm alright with small bursts of being extroverted. Yeah. Yeah, who the heck are you? I don't know, honestly. I have no idea. Still trying to figure that out. Can relate, have a habit of collecting what long distance friends. Dude, yeah, like even the friends I have in Germany, I don't think I have a friend who lives more than less than an hour away by car. So, you know, it's really frustrating. I kind of said that earlier, but I've been really paying attention to and trying to work on my social anxiety lately. And, you know, probably the best way to get over it is to constantly have social interactions, you know, exposure therapy, that kind of thing. But I'm just, like, realizing how hard it is. For someone in my, what's it called? Profession, I suppose. To make friends who you can just hit up and be like, yo, you want to go to, like, the cafe someday? On, like, Tuesday? Let's go to the cafe, let's go, yeah. I can't just do that, everyone lives so really far away, you have to plan in advance. Everyone's really busy as well. You gotta drive there, you can't stay out too late, you gotta drive home, etc. Like, it's cool. And I really don't know how to, like, solve that issue. Because it would be a real shame if I would put so much effort into fixing my social anxiety, and then it would just come back because I don't have enough social exposure because I don't hang out with anybody. Obviously, the only reasonable thing to do is walk up to your neighbor's house and have a totally normal, not awkward chat, right? You know, it's funny you say that. Cause yeah, I've been learning a lot about how exposure therapy works lately. And yeah, short answer, you genuinely, unironically have to do stuff like that. It's basically like this this process you go through of like, okay, what's like a nightmare situation for me? What's some kind of situation that I would not want to be in? What exactly am I afraid of? What do I do? Like, what are my habits that I do to try to make the anxiety go away, kind of thing. And then you like do something that you would normally consider embarrassing or scary or whatever. And then after the fact, you're like, okay, was that really that bad? it's a very short summary of it. But yeah, I've been analyzing a lot of my what's called safety behaviors, stuff that you do, because when you get into socially anxious situations, when we do these safety behaviors which are supposed to, I guess, short-term reduce your anxiety. So that's stuff like not maintaining eye contact with people, or talking really quietly so they don't hear it if you make a mistake, and that kind of thing. And I realized I do a lot of stuff like that that I didn't even think about. Oh, that's a safety behavior. Unfortunately, those things are not very helpful, actually. They tend to have an opposite effect, because you get into what's called self-focus mode, in which you're focusing like way too much on, oh, I gotta be really careful not to say or do anything embarrassing, oh no. And that makes the situation worse, because you're putting a lot less attention on what's actually happening, you know? Does this person actually think I'm a weirdo? And that kind of thing. So yeah, one of my major things that social anxiety affects me is phone calls. So I've been trying to use that as like my first step. I was like, okay, so I am... okay, like, bro, so much happened in the past week, it's so hard to wrap my head around everything, but another story, I broke my tooth while eating doner. If we have any Germans in the chat, maybe people know that. There's a doner chain called Mangal Doner. It's from a footballer called Lukas Podolski. I've been meaning to try it for a while, and I got to try it in Cologne recently. And for some reason... Okay, they have like really epic bread. Like the bread that they make the doner with is absolutely delectable and amazing. But for some reason, I don't know if it's always like that or if I just got a bad day, but there were these like sesame seeds on the bread that were literally as hard as bone. Like, literally made out of diamond diamond sesame seeds. I was eating it and I was like, why does this feel so hard? And I noticed like something felt kind of weird in my mouth, and I was like, okay, maybe it's fine. And then later I realized I freaking like chipped a little bit of my tooth on the freaking doner. Like, imagine chipping your tooth on while eating a freaking doner. What? What? It's absolutely wild. Yeah, good news, it's not a lot, I think. I do want to go to a dentist just in case, because you do have to be kind of careful with chips. Sometimes they... chips. Sometimes only a little bit comes off, but there's actually like a crack that goes deeper, and that can get worse if you don't get it checked. I think it's probably going to be fine, but I want to get it checked out just in case, you know, it doesn't hurt. And I have a dentist. Back to the social anxiety stuff. I have a dentist that I specifically found because you can make appointments through email, and I don't have to call people. That's what we call avoidance. Very classic safety behavior right there. So I was like, okay, I really want to get over my phone anxiety. I need to expose myself to phones so that I can do that. I am gonna call my dentist instead of relying on the emails. And I call them, and they don't frickin' pick up. And the phone robot is like, oh, we're on holiday. We're on holiday until the 22nd of August. It's the 27th. It's so frustrating because I frickin' like I went through all of this effort. I filled out a little worksheet of like, okay, what am I afraid of? What safety behaviors should I avoid? You know, what causes my anxiety, stuff like that. And I frickin' like actually finally go through it, work up the courage to go through. They don't even pick up because they're not even on a holiday. I feel like, I don't know, it feels like such a kick in the teeth to implement a pun right there. So yeah, I just sent them an email. Anyway, I've been yapping for like an hour. How are you guys? I chipped my tooth on a spaghetti? What? Was it like al dente spaghetti? I'm gonna sip some drink. Oh. When I was like 3, I fell asleep on my mum's motorcycle and fell headfirst on the road. We weren't even moving. That's pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. I like the yapping, it's super relatable. I appreciate that. I just, I wanna do like a mix of me yapping and also reading chat. I don't want to ignore chat too long. Hello, how are you doing? I'm pretty good, thank you, Phantom Code. Welcome in, dude. How are you doing? Yeah, I think I want this, like, tail part to have a bit more shape, actually. So the tail goes like, it's like around like this, so I feel like these waves would be more like this. Yeah, it looks like a paintbrush. That's kind of cute. It's my birthday 2 days away. 2 days ago. No way. Happy late birthday, Bruna Armor. Chip, yeah. Chip with a chip in his tooth. That's like never happened to me before in my life, by the way. I have never damaged my teeth. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but funnily enough, I've had extremely healthy teeth for my whole life. I've never had to have a see, I don't even know what it's called. Filling? Never had to have a filling or a what's the other thing? I don't even know. Also, thank you for the frickin' 16-month resub, Nebula. I really appreciate it. How are you doing today, dude? What are you up to right now? How many chips could chip his tooth if Chip could chip teeth? That's a really good question. Yeah. Thankfully, I don't have like a fear of dentists or anything. It's literally just social anxiety. I keep having to think about this. The fact that I don't have any of these standard fears, I guess you would say. I'm not afraid of heights, I'm not afraid of spiders, I'm not, like, when there's like a wasp everybody's freaking out except me. But no, I have to be afraid of social interaction. It's really cool. What if you chip your tooth on a chip? Yeah. That would be the ultimate irony, wouldn't it? No, I just chipped my tooth on a donor because a skill issue, I guess. Oh my gosh. Been good. Been trying to speed through Hollow Knight on stream until Silksong next week. Yeah, I really thought I would really like to do that too, but it's just not gonna work out with the time, unfortunately. I should have started playing Hollow Knight ages ago. I mean, to be fair, I didn't know that they were suddenly gonna drop the Silksong announcement. But it would have been really cool from the timing if I would have actually streamed the game by now. And I did think about, you know, I could technically spend this entire week streaming the first game, but yeah, I got too much stuff I gotta deal with for Eurofurence, unfortunately. So I'm gonna be that weirdo who's streaming the first game while everybody else is streaming Silksong. But oh well. I mean, you're probably pretty interested in seeing my reaction to the first game anyway, right? Silksong really caught us with our pants down. I was not ready. It's kind of funny, I'm like so out of the loop that I didn't even know that Silksong didn't even come out yet. Failed at eating, try again next time. Yeah. I'm built different in the wrong way. Thank you for the cheer, by the way, Felix. Welcome in, dude. Meowdy Aaron. Meowdy F Felix. Not really anxious about the prospect of going to the dentist, just annoyed that I'm gonna sit back for a while I do work inside my mouth. Bill for services, on the other hand, that can worry me. Yeah, that's why I'm not too bothered about, like, I think if I lived in like the US and I had to pay for my own dentistry, I would probably be like, my tooth's fine, I'm not gonna bother. But since it's free included in my insurance over here, I should probably get it checked out just in case. I just can't believe it was a donor that did it, like, bro. Yeah, I do find it kind of awkward though, the whole like, oh, you just sit there with your mouth open and they like mess around in there. I find it awkward because I like don't know what to. You know what I hate? It's like when they're like looking in your mouth and like they got all these like tools in your mouth, and you got your lips are like straddling this, and they're like talking to you and like expecting you to respond. So you just say like like. I know it's like I gotta keep reminding myself that this stuff like really doesn't matter and nobody cares, but it just feels so like weird and alien to me. I don't know. Sometimes I really don't know how I'm supposed to act in social situations. Oh, built different in the wrong way. Yeah. Built wrong in a different way. Dark Souls Germany edition. Character design is so cute. Thank you. I was really proud of this one. I'm a little surprised that it ended up being the last one that got adopted. We may or may not have been working on some new adopts, so maybe some new cute character designs coming along very soon. Hehehehe. What is the food you chipped your tooth on? I'm not familiar with that. Which country are you from, Jay? Because I would say if you're from Britain, it's similar to a doner kebab. It's kind of like, US? Okay. I mean, you probably know what a doner kebab is anyway, right? I think you eat that over there. It's like that, but Turkish. And, they put it in a bread. Good morning, Tech Otto, welcome in. Been in the furry fandom for a while, I still find the terminology of adopting a character super adorable. Yeah. In general, the furry fandom is so wholesome. I've been talking a little bit with a fellow artist who's also gonna be, who also has a booth at Eurofurence next week. And just been talking, because I've never been to a furry convention. And they were they've also been to both Dokumi and Eurofurence, and they were just telling me about how like the vibes are like so different. Like everybody's just like super wholesome and nice at furry conventions, so really excited. I just it's just kind of a shame that I'm going there to basically to work. It's like my first furry convention, I can't even really like enjoy everything that it has to offer. Or maybe sometime in the future I'll be able to go as a visitor. Oh, thank you for the save reminder. Never eaten a doner kebab, but I understand now. Yeah. Literally just like kebab meat, sauce, and salad. Like, lettuce, tomatoes, cabbage... Cabbage? No, frickin', no, it is cabbage. It's like red and white cabbage. All inside a bread. And it doesn't usually cause pain when you eat it. They're usually very safe to eat. It's probably the most popular fast food in Germany, actually. For good reasons, very good. If you ever go to Germany, please try a doner. Another day, another draw. Very true. Thank you for the unshrimp and stretch reminders, by the way, guys. Don't mind if I do. Oh. I need like a toggle for my model that makes him stretch. That'll be really cute. Gotta go now. Have a great rest of your day. You too, Phantom. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. So we got like 5 freckles on the face. Do you get it? Do you get it? Because they're like based on a beach. So they got little cute little freckles. Yeah. Yeah, and then just the eyes. Do you know about Verplex? I do. We have chatted a little bit. We have a... I mean, I haven't talked with him too much personally, but we have a mutual friend, so... Sometimes we see each other. In Luxembourg, we also have doner kebab. It's great. Oh, really? I wonder how many other countries have it. Like the Turkish-inspired style one. In the UK, there's doner kebab, and I gotta say it's like complete ass compared to the one you can get over here. Doner kebab in the UK is like literally drunk people food, and like yeah, in Germany, doner is also kind of known as drunk people food, but it's like not just drunk people food, you know? It's very popular in Norway, really? Okay, okay. I gotta inform myself on the different kinds of doner across the world. Hello, hi, Scrub, welcome in. These emotes are so cute. Thank you very much, Felix. I'm really happy with the wave one in particular. I've been spamming it across Twitch. I need more animated emotes though. If anybody has any ideas, feel free to let me know. Can I do this? No. But I can do this. Why is it like orange? What? I color picked this. What? I don't know why that just happened. Okay. Ain't that strange? Can make an animated Luigi emote. Luigi isn't my brand, PokeSeal. I have nothing to do with Luigi, as much as I love him. I only ever mention Luigi when you're here. Which is not enough to make an emote out of him. Want to attend a local fur meet, but the only animal costume I have is my Batman suit. Is that the furry enough? Dude, some people attend full conventions literally just dressed as like, I don't know, a TF2 character. You can literally wear whatever you want to like furry events, I feel like. Thank you so much for the 23-month resub, by the way, Revamp Skunk. Welcome in, dude. How's life? How you doing? Let me check the message because it doesn't show up on my bot for some reason. Almost 2 years. My goodness. Hello. How have you been? You do ref sheets? If so, how much? Would love to get one from you. Right now I'm kind of only doing ref sheets for the characters, the adoptables that I made with Smerl. Smerl made the line art, by the way. Don't know if you can tell. But I am interested in doing proper ref sheet commissions. I just don't know like how to. I guess the main thing is I don't know how to price them because it involves a lot more communication. And I don't know how I like want to deal with that, I guess. But I'll say that I am definitely considering it. I mean, if you want to, you can email me with like a brief idea of what you want, and I can try to come up with a quote for you. That's kind of how I've been doing it. Doing stuff that isn't on my Ko-fi lately. What did I want to do? I opened the internet. What did I want to do with it? I don't know. Okay, I'm sure it's fine. Thank you for the bits, by the way, Felix. Make an emote of Chip/Socks tipping a cowboy hat and saying meowdy. That is an idea. That is a very good idea. Although, that would give me 3 different waving emotes. No, 4 different waving emotes. Or welcoming emotes. I already have 3 of them. So I don't know. I'll definitely consider that though. I do like that idea. Like something with Meowdy. That's a good idea. Yeah. Chip hates Luigi unsubbed. No, we love Luigi in this house. Ah. Oh. A jamming emote, that's a really good idea. That is a very, very good idea. Ooh, I gotta try to remember that. Good morning, how you doing, brother? Welcome in, Tucker. How's it going? I am doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. How long did it take to make this emote? That one was made by an artist called FabuPonah. I did add the credits on Twitch, but I'm not really sure how it works. Like, I don't know how to see the credits of somebody who made an emote for you. If any other Twitch streamers know, please let me know. They need to approve the credits. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess they didn't do that then. Okay. Well, it's also listed in my description under the credits section. Just look for like Chip blank emote by FabuPonah. There's a link to their stuff in there somewhere. How long did this take? Oh, the Ryan one? That's a bit hard to say because it's I made a base first. It's a base you can actually get from my Ko-fi shop. If you like it, you can edit it into your own character and use it whatever you want. So I guess I would have to like calculate that plus how much time it took me to edit it, which is also a little bit hard to calculate because I was streaming at the time and I get a little bit more distracted while I'm streaming than if I would just work on it by myself. So I don't know if it would be a very good example of how long it takes me to make that kind of thing. I gotta say, the chip waving one, that didn't take me very long at all. It was pretty quick. Let me see if I have the file on my computer, actually. I don't remember if I made it on my computer or if I made it on my iPad. I think it might have been my iPad, actually. Let's see, stream graphics, emotes. New emotes? Oh no, that's this one. Well, this has 1 hour is the work time, but it also includes... Wait, this is like unfinished. Why is... What? I don't know what this file is. It's... Hi Shadow Fox, welcome in. Cozy chip, that's an excellent idea. I do have a cozy base I could use. Yeah, I don't know where the emote thing is, I'm sorry. It's... How long did it take you to Photoshop these? Again, I really wish I could tell you, but I really don't remember. Those I've made those like literally like 5 years ago. I'm not even exaggerating. Hi, hello sub, welcome in. Silly colorful creatures, indeed. Have you done all the art for this creature? Is the ref you're looking at lined by someone else? Yep, so the lines for this guy and this guy were done by an artist called Smeril Art. Very good artist, very adorable art style, very quick turnaround time if you happen to be looking for somebody to commission right now. It's... as far as I know, he does pretty much anything in terms of like art, animation, all that stuff. So, yeah, this is like a collaboration design that we made together. He made the lines, and I made the design itself. We also did it the other way around, where I made the line art for cats, and he made the colors for those. Yeah, it's been really fun. Thank you for the unshrimp reminder, by the way. Oh, thank you for the bits, by the way, Felix. Chip/socks, eating popcorn or drinking soda could be a fun option. yeah, so basically, I believe I made a... I don't know where it is. Looking in my files right now. Emote pack, yeah. Made this emote pack. Look, I made a, I did make a popcorn one. So I could definitely do one of those pretty quickly. Where are the German emotes? What would the German emote look like? Or do you just mean the character? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even think about making an emote with that character, even though I really probably should. Got a naturally relaxed and chill vibe sounding voice. I appreciate that, thank you. Glad you like. And see you later, Nebula. Thank you for stopping by, dude. Yeah, look how freaking adorable this came out, oh my god. I just want to fix up the line colors a little bit. Which layer is that? Oh, this one, I guess. I'd probably make the yellow ones a little bit more like this color. Yeah. And then the blue should be... That's pretty accurate as well, actually. Where I think I'd go more for like this. Like a touch darker, actually. About like this much. Yeah! Do you have the lines for the cats? Can you show them off too? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, these are all the dogs we made. They're all gone now, unfortunately. They all got adopted and have very loving homes. But we wanna make some new ones very soon, so keep your eyes peeled. It's my fault, actually. I've been slacking on making my base. I don't know why I don't have a picture with all of the cats on them. But I can show you, like, I can show you this one, for example. This is one where I did the lines and Smurl did the colors. Sonny. Yeah. Just saw you on YouTube? No way. So, bro, speaking of YouTube, my new video, super close to done. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but I think I will actually be done by the end of the week, which is really cool because I really wanted to post it before Eurofurence. I want a video that people can watch and then come to me at Eurofurence and be like, yo, that video was really good. How goes progress in your games? Is it coming along pretty well? It is. We're just kind of struggling to find a release date, to be honest, because we don't want to release it during a time when where there's like a bunch of games coming out that people are gonna want to get as well. Like frickin' the new Kirby game just got announced. I think there's something pretty major coming out in October, like that kind of thing we have to be aware of. But yeah, it's going well and it's really exciting because it's actually happening. Crazy. You made any animations of Chip doing the absolutely shocking thing of standing on their hind legs? Yes. You are gonna enjoy my next video, I'll just say that. Chip's gonna be doing some things that he hasn't done in a very long time. Including some things that I said would never happen ever again. Like I watched the video I made on this channel actually, where I explained a little bit more about why I stopped using Chip as a character. And I was like, oh yeah, so like I'm never gonna like make Chip Anthro again, he's never gonna talk, blah 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 blah. And that was a lie. So what have we learned? Never trust a word I say. Oh, I don't need this anymore, that's the sketch. It's also a sketch. Yeah. I got a color in his paw pads, I just realized that. How's it going with the gaming streams? I did talk about that a little bit at the beginning of the stream, but I think most people weren't here at that time. I've decided my next game is gonna be Hollow Knight. And it would have been really cool if I would have been able to play it before Silksong came out, but I don't have time, unfortunately. So the Wednesday when I get back from Eurofurence is probably when I'm gonna start playing playing Hollow Knight on stream. Also, hi Nuzzle, how's it going? I love weird animals. Same. Seems pretty sick. Collab adopts is a fun idea. It is. It's honestly really fun. It's really fun, and it feels a lot less like daunting, I guess, than doing it yourself. Doing it completely by yourself. It's really fun to work with other artists, like line work and stuff like that, to be honest. Never trust a word you say, oh no, yeah. I'm so like... I don't know why, but I'm just like constantly going back on my word and stuff. Motivational Mondays were a lie. Yeah, the lie was it's demotivational Mondays, I'm sorry. It's been 367 years since last stream. Nah, those are rookie numbers. It's actually been 5,692. Love the fact ocean's blue accents look like waves crashing along the shoreline. Looks pretty. Yeah! I remember when I came up with this design, I was really like, okay, I really like this color scheme of like a really deep blue with like soft yellow and then a little bit of orange accents. And I really wanted to come up with like a beach inspired design, and I'm really happy with how it came out, especially the colors. Like the colors are like freaking delectable in my opinion. Look for the bits, Felix. Never trust a word you say, so the stinky allegations aren't false. Listen. Never trust a YouTuber? Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I mean, in all honesty, I am pretty stinky. I'm not because I'm a skunk, but because I'm on testosterone. It makes you stinky. But as long as I shower every day, everything's fine. Oh, skipped out on school today? What? Let's just say it was a mental health day, okay? Untrimp? I'll untrimp. I will untrimp and I'll go take a quick break because I do need to pee. I'll be very fast though, I'll speedrun, okay? Be right back. Ah! Okay, so this is really important, okay? Like, practically the fate of the universe depends on this, so make sure you listen very carefully. So basically, you get in the car, and you push the clutch. That's the pedal on the left, not the one in the middle. Though you need to push that too. Might be one of the most important parts. Okay, got it? Yup. Welcome back to the Chipflake show. Thank you for the save reminder. Give me a second, I forgot to share the stream on Blue Sky. I'm trying to like slowly wean off Twitter, to be honest. That site is big cringe, and not in the good way. Yes. Also, I don't know if you're here in the stream right now, Zaid. If so, thank you very much for commissioning me. I will start working on yours in a little bit, I think. Because why not? But I hope you're doing well, it's been a while. Wait, Chipflake is streaming? I think so. Not entirely sure though. Okay, then I grab my Twitch, and then I grab my YouTube. Ah, no way. What's up, Convexity? Welcome. We're drawing a cute bean. Look at this. Should I commission you or donate when I do again? I'm not sure what you mean. Feel free to elaborate. Did I say thank you for the bits, Convexity? Thank you for the bits. And to you too. Just give me a sec, I'm just posting an announcement on Blue Sky, because I totally forgot to do that earlier. Looking respectfully at Bean. Good. Very good. Okay. I did the post. Did you say you're leaning away from Blue Sky? No, I'm leaning away from Twitter. I'm leaning more towards Blue Sky. And I'm trying to use Instagram as well, because most of the artists, like most artists I feel are on Instagram, but I don't like Instagram. I really don't like using it. I don't like the format of it. And I hate that they're getting more and more cocky with shoving ads in your face. Like they started doing this thing recently where you're scrolling and then there'll be an ad and it will hold the screen on the ad for at least 5 seconds. And that like annoys me so much that I just close the app every time. But I feel like, you know, Blue Sky's really cool. I wish more people would use it, but I feel like most people are still on Instagram right now. I've been looking at this and I think I would move the waves here a little bit up, because that's kind of how I drew them on the original. Wavy. Ooh. Free mons or mons to draw work stuff with, I believe. Oh. I mean that I don't want to be like, I would be like, yo, give me free money. You can frickin' I mean, if you like the wiggle icons I'm offering on my Ko-fi, feel free. But I also understand if you don't. Yeah, like I said a little bit before the break, I do want to offer more commission types. I'm just like really bad at like figuring out, okay, what is like a type of commission that I would like to do and how much should I charge for it and stuff. Well, yeah, if you have anything like really specific that you want me to draw, you can always reach out to me through email and I can give you a quote instead. Leaning towards being a good little skunk. Yeah, I'm trying my best. Wasn't this character adoptable? Did someone adopt them? Yeah! Somebody finally adopted them. Which is very cool, because I'm really proud of this design. And the person who adopted them seems to really like them, so that's really cool. I don't know if I ever told you guys that, but somebody who adopted one of the cats that we made, they got a freaking like entire fursuit made out of the design. They gotten a bunch of artwork commissioned of it, and they got a freaking fursuit commissioned of it, and they came to me at Dokumi and said hi wearing the fursuit. It was such a freaking surreal experience to see like, yo, I made this character and now it's like, now it like exists in the physical realm. It was crazy. Cause like I really don't expect people— what am I doing? This is the wrong layer. I really don't expect people who adopt characters from me to actually use them. Like, you can literally purchase them and like never look at them again if you really want to. It is a bit of a shame, I guess, but I'll never like expect people to use the characters they buy from me. Yeah, but when it does happen that people use them, it's always really cool to see. Discord, I feel like I've asked this before. I only have a private Discord. I don't have a public one, I'm sorry. It's a little bit too much for me to handle. I like your art, problem being literally all of my friend groups have an unreasonable hate towards furries for no reason. What do you mean? Unreasonable? That's crazy. I don't know how you can be like that, to be honest. I mean, I do draw humans. Just saying. It's... They look like pajama pants. Yeah, I'm just like... That's going crazy on the adorableness of this character. When you accidentally make a character too cute? Oh. Ah. Manage my Discord by not doing anything and it just works. I respect that. Like, I don't know, I really don't judge anybody who creates Discord servers for like their community or whatever and they don't use them. I think it's totally fine and reasonable to do that if that's what you want to do. I just personally don't want to do that. If I did have a community server, I would like to be active in it. But at the current time, I don't feel like I can do that, so that's why I don't have one. Sorry. Tried drawing my OC and I tried doing a majestic, but everyone just thinks he's cute. Oh. Is that like because of your art style, or just the character in general just has cute energy? Maybe even both. Like, I don't think I could ever, like... I don't think it's possible to draw socks in a not cute way. As hard as I could try. I don't think that's possible. The character in general, it seems. Okay, then I relate. Get Chip to 1 billion subs, we can do it. Yeah! With 1 billion subs, I will make, I don't know, like make an animated cartoon, I guess? Like a full animated cartoon. That's probably something I would do if I would be that famous. I had an idea for an artwork where Kyra is maniacally shouting, "I am now a forklift certified" on a forklift. Jade socks are frantically running away from it. That's actually amazing. I mean, depending on the art style, it wouldn't necessarily have to be that expensive. Depends on how detailed you wanted it, I guess. Oh. feel like there's some stuff I'm forgetting to yap about. Or did I just like out-yap myself in the first hour of stream? Okay, now this side should be like a little bit more like this, I think. Yeah, oh my gosh, adorable. What's the actual flip? Oh yeah, I also wanted to talk about that I want to do another artathon again soon. And I also want to do like a members only one. I'm pretty sure I like set that up as a sub goal, but I didn't really like think about how to do that. Like I don't quite know how I would do it. I think like the easiest way to do it would just be to take requests directly from chat. Then you wouldn't be able to post a link or like, oh, you know what? Theoretically, I could just do it where it's like members only chat and I allow hyperlinks like just for that stream. Because I was thinking of doing the whole Google Sheets thing, Google Work things. But people could technically just steal your username and be like, oh yeah, this is my, I'm that guy. You draw my character, you know? I don't know. Love to commission you and get a picture of Taka in your art style, but I'm afraid of how much it would cost. Well, you can check out the commissions I have available right now, if any of those fit into your budget. Otherwise, we can discuss it over email if you would like. I'm pretty open to adjusting for people's budgets, to be honest. Okay, let me get back to working on the back part. I think... I don't know if I would do... yeah, like 2 waves like that on the back. Yeah. Google Forms, yeah. Game would you think of playing after Hollow Knight? So... I have an idea for a game that I want to do, and I was kind of thinking of doing that before Hollow Knight actually, but then I was like, you know, the timing fits really well with Silksong if I do Hollow Knight first, and it did. It was the second most voted one on the indie games votes that I did. But I have discovered a cool game that I would like to stream at some point. So I might do that after, and I don't want to like spoil it yet. Hollow Knight in the Woods, yo. Yeah, I talked about that. I've talked about that on stream before, I think, but I think I probably won't stream Night in the Woods. Because I feel like it's one of those very story-heavy games, and when I play story-heavy games on stream, I just kind of get a bit too distracted by chat and just streaming in general, I guess. So I feel like I don't quite get into the story enough, like as much as I would like. It's kind of how I felt with One Shot. I was like, oh, this is a really cool story and stuff. But like Like the emotional parts and stuff didn't really hit me as much as I feel like they would if I wasn't streaming it. And I don't know if I want to hinder my experience of Night in the Woods by streaming it. If that makes sense. I've thought about maybe playing Undertale and Deltarune on stream though. I know those are also pretty like emotional games, but I feel like the turn-based nature of them makes them a little bit easier to stream. I don't know. Also, I already know the story of Undertale, so wouldn't really be hindering my enjoyment of it by streaming that. I need to put my OBS up here so I can actually read chat better. Yippee! 2 coins and 1 fly. What does that get me? Like 1 pixel. Maybe 2 pixels. 2 pixels, like just because of the fly. Yeah, despite that though, one shot was really cool. Very cool, original game. Very well made. Very cute Kato. I've seen a lot of Nikos on W Plays actually. It's kind of funny. For one shot is so cool. Where is 2 shot? Unironically, have they ever talked about doing a sequel or like a similar game? I'd be interested. I'm sure the developer has done other projects, right? Yay, W Plays. Yeah, I've put a couple of chips on W Plays. I wonder if anyone can find them. Well, spoiled it. One of them is in my home city in the UK. They had no more shots. The one shot was a deep commentary about how the developer only has 1 shot to make a video game. And that was it. Hello. Hi, Diego. Welcome in. Oh yeah, there is a chip. There's even a socks in Dusseldorf on W Place. I didn't put those there, by the way. I don't know who did. But yeah, I've seen those too. That was a... I like scrolling through the country and just getting jump scared by a random Chipflake. That was cool. Thank you for the bits, Felix. How did you come up with the name Chipflake? It's literally just a combination of 2 words that I like the sound of. Yeah, when I made Chipflake, it was a project that I wanted to be successful and like not just be a hobby. So I wanted to come up with a name that sounds cool, is easy to pronounce, relatively easy to spell, not too long, not too short. And I kind of just went through a bunch of words that I like the sound of. And that's how I came up with Chipflake. Did a couple things on W Place and got bored of it. I find it really hard to have to wait so long for your pixels to replenish. Because I'll start drawing something and I'll get really into it and then suddenly I run out. I run out of pixels and I have to wait like an hour to get more. Or to get enough to where I would get enough progress done on it that I'd be happy with. Okay, am I forgetting anything? Meow meow. Okay, I think I am going to rough up a bit of a background for this, which is definitely gonna— thank you for the save reminder. Definitely gonna have to be something beach related. I'm kind of thinking of just doing like an ocean. I probably make it a little bit more like— not that way. A little bit more blue, a little bit more green for the contrast. And then some like— that's way too dark. Hello? And then some like variation and some like lighter parts. And then like and some waves over the top. Hey Ozzy, how's it going, dude? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. What are you up to right now? Thinking about getting a low flush? How could I not? Also on Twitch now. Welcome to Twitch. Welcome to the dark side. Actually, I feel like YouTube would be the dark side. Not to like toot my own horn or anything, but I think the—
I found a couple in metro station tire located on different platforms. I tried to bring them to get here at ticket level but they fight it so bad. So, one platform too small for 2 kids. P.
I did not understand any of that. Let me reread it myself. Thank you so much for the donut. How's it going? Welcome in. It's been a while. I hope you've been well. I found a couple of cats in metro station. They're located on different platforms. Tried to bring them together at ticket level, but they— oh, what's so bad? The one platform is too small for cat— like real cats? Okay, that is an interesting story. Thank you for sharing. It's— I gotta fix my dono goal though, because YouTube doesn't understand the difference between currencies for some reason. Let me just do that real quick. What was it on before? I think it was like 6, right? Yeah, basically 7. Let's do like 9.5. That makes sense. I can do math. Things are well, up earlier than usual. Excited to get my green card interview and was approved. Nice. Congrats on becoming an American. I hope the rest of the process goes well for you. That's cool. Yeah. Is this just broken now? Oh, is it because I put a point instead of a comma? Well, that's weird. Oh, I guess I can't do points. I'll just put it on 10, screw you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. The difference between a boop and a poke. A boop is a nose boop, and a poke is a poke my face. Is this an adoptable? It was an adoptable, yeah. Ooh, ref sheets indeed. Yeah, this guy got adopted recently, so they're getting a funny little ref sheet. Aw dang, yep. Yep. So yeah, I'm kinda experimenting with this background design. I have an idea in my head, I don't know if it's gonna work out, but we're gonna see. And then I'll like take a little break from this one, work on the icon for Zide, and yeah. This is basically my idea for it. To blur this out a bit. Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. Hello? Are you gonna blur? Oh, is it just like lagging really hard? It might be just loading really long. Yeah, it is. It's... Okay, I'll give that a second. Rashid is looking lovely. Thank you very much. It's a collaboration with Smerl, actually. He drew the very adorable lines. I feel like that's a little too much. Let's do like 100. I'm gonna take a sip of cola. And hi Ren, how's it doing, dude? Get welcomed. Yeah, let's go with this, and then we do the magic rectangle. In like a light blue. Of which we reduce the opacity. And then... I do like it when you make like you do this. Wait, you do this. You do this, and then you do this, and then you do this. Wait. You do this. Maybe a little bit less intense. Okay, how about like... How about this? And then we blur that. Having a great morning because of what my hubby said before. That's very cool. Very glad that it's all worked out for you guys. I'm kinda struggling to get my German passport, to be honest. They need a lot of documents and shit for it. It's very annoying. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one like this for now. I'll probably come back to it and do some touch-ups later. Yeah, I also have an icon to work on for this guy, but I think I will move on to my wiggle icon for now. For now. When practicing self-care, always remember to I can confirm. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's do 4,000 by 4,000 because we love going crazy on the resolution, don't we? Yes, yes. So if I'm understanding the request correctly, we want something like this. Where she's looking like this with a big ol' smile. Yeah. Don't know if I'll bother with citizenship, not too many more benefits to be each. Oh, I see, I see. Understandable. Yeah, for me it's like, I really want German citizenship because it's a lot more useful. Nowadays, you know, now that the UK is not part of the EU anymore. And they keep making it more and more difficult to travel between the UK and the EU. So like, especially if I want to do more like conventions and stuff, that's gonna make traveling really annoying. So I would like the German citizenship. It's also been really annoying from like a transitioning perspective. Because I do like all the medical stuff through the German system and all the legal stuff through the UK system. And it doesn't account for people who live in different countries. It's all like, oh, you need to get 50 different letters from 50 different therapists, and they all have to be based in the UK. It's like, okay, how am I supposed to do that? I don't live there. Just stuff like that. It's so annoying. I do really like how in the UK everything is pretty much everything is digital, which is really nice. And it's not like that in Germany. You often have to send letters to everybody as if you're living in the frickin' 1800s. But what was I saying? What was I gonna say? Thank you for the unshrimp reminder, by the way. I shall do it. And thank you for the resub, Reed. Welcome in, Reed. Reed. Hi, how are you, Chip? Hope you're doing good. I'm gonna turn 22 in 7 days and I feel like crying. Good luck with the citizenship. I appreciate it. Why do you feel like crying, though? 22 is an excellent age to be. Feel that pain. I haven't touched my paperwork for my gender cause yeah. It didn't seem like it was that difficult of a process for you to get on HRT though, right? I mean, very definitely depends on the state, doesn't it? But I'm always pretty surprised how quick it goes for some US-based people. Chip has dual citizenship? I do not, unfortunately. I probably won't be able to keep it either. I probably won't be able to get dual citizenship. But I don't really mind. But it is a little bit of a... There's a little bit of an awkward time politically right now, even in Germany. Germany has a little bit of a... There's a bit more of a conservative government right now. But it keeps like flip-flopping between progressive and conservative governments. So it's really hard to predict like what the future is gonna be like. Because they recently implemented basically like self-ID laws, which is really cool. But now with the new government, it's like, oh, are they gonna get rid of it? We don't know. So I don't know, maybe maybe for right now, the German citizenship will be better for me, but maybe in the future it'll be the other way around. I don't know. It's really annoying. It's really cool living in this current time. It's... Wish I was 22 again. I feel like I wasted my 20s. That is such a mood. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. This is kind of just how my life went, I guess. And I'm just gonna take this opportunity now, with everything I've learned, to make the rest of my life good. Like, I was talking about that a little bit earlier, but I've been really trying to work on my social anxiety lately, doing exposure therapy and stuff. And I don't know. Sure, it would have been really cool if I'd started that back when I was like 24 or something. But, you know, there's no better time to start than now. And it helps that I know a lot of people who are in their 30s already. That gives me a lot of like hope that you know, not doing much in your 20s is not the end of the world. Most of my friends who are over the age of 30, friends and family members, say that like their 30s is when their life really started. Because it's like the beginning of your 20s, you're an idiot. Like you just are. You're like basically still growing. And then the end of your 20s is when you're like, oh, okay, yeah, now I like actually understand who I want to be as a person. And you can start working on that, and then actually enjoy your life in your 30s. It's... I think there's a lot of options here, which is really nice. It does depend on the state you're in. Yeah. Getting on HRT was fairly easy, but yeah, I know federally it can be a pain when legally being recognized. I see. Oh. Yeah, it's I'm very glad that it's not that difficult in some places, some states. I wish it would be like that everywhere in the world. I remember back towards when I first like back before I started transitioning and stuff. Because the process here is so annoying and so long, I would always get really jealous of those people who would like realize that they are trans, and then literally like 2 weeks later they start HRT. I would always be really jealous of people like that. But nowadays I'm like, you know, it's not like I can be envious, you know. There's a difference between envy and jealousy. Jealousy is when you want people to who have good things to they should have that taken away from them and be on your level. Envy is like, oh, I would also like to be in that position of them, you know, and not taking out your frustration of the system you live in on people who live in an easier system, you know. We want every trans person to have an easy access to what they need. Yeah. Chibi's very modern, you can always use fax. Bro, fax machines. I literally got told to fax my documents to my doctor. I was like, what do you mean? You know email is a thing, right? I wonder if they look at my documents that I signed digitally and they're like, how did he do that? He did not print it out and sign it with a pencil? How is that possible? Can confirm I'm just turned 25 and still don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Exactly. Also, hi Desitos, how you doing? Thank you for the bits, Felix. Since you're talking about transitioning, here's the obligatory "you'll never be a woman." Bro. Can't believe he just said that. '30s are still young, all things considered, but the internet makes your 30s feel like you're 1 foot in the grave. It really does. It's so frustrating, honestly. It's like, we kind of joke about that sometimes on my streams even. You know, people call me Unk because I'm 27 and I'm like, bro, it's not even old. It's I do wish people on the internet would be a bit less I don't know what the word even is, but would do that less often, I guess, is what I would say. Yeah, that's why it helps to know. I know it's not that easy for everybody to get into that position, but actually knowing people over 30 in real life and spending time with them helps a lot to not feel like that 30 is old. A lot of people always act like you have to start HRT at like 20 to be good, but I've seen people transition later in life and achieve what they want. Yeah! Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's literally people who transition when they're like 60. For me, I was 24, which some people consider pretty old in terms of like a trans person's timeline, but I don't know. It's like, it would have been really cool if I'd have been able to start earlier. But I guess similar to what I said earlier, it's just kind of like how my life went, you know? I don't really see it as a negative, I guess. Also, all of the people I know who are in their 30s are all very sexy, so don't worry about not being sexy anymore when you're out of your 20s. I think you would see a little bit more of... a little of this horn actually as well. I shade it in a little bit so I know the difference. And I gotta read the request again. Blushed and a silly face. Okay, we got the silly face, but we don't got the blush. How about that? When I full open, they're a bit twitching. Big smile, half wide open mouth. And teeth with a single fang. Oh, I added 2 fangs. Oopsie. On a long waiting list to start HRT for myself for estrogen. It's bad in Ireland. For some people it's like 10 years to start, but at least I can get other stuff while I wait for it. Yeah, I've known several trans people from Ireland, and it's like it's disappointing how bad it is there. That's why I always try to recommend people who live in the UK or like other countries where you have to wait a long time, that even if you're like not really sure if you want to start HRT or not, you should start the process anyway. Because most of these countries, they expect you to get approval from a therapist at first anyway. And that's the kind of thing you can talk about with the therapist if you're unsure. So like by the time you're finally off that really long waitlist, you've either decided already if you want to do it or not, or you'll be able to talk about it with the therapist and say that you're not quite sure, and they'll help to guide you whether you like want to do it or not. So I don't know, in my opinion, even if you only have like a small feeling that you might be trans and you might want to start HRT, you should start the process of looking into it as soon as possible anyway. In my humble opinion. But yeah, it's freaking crazy how long it takes in certain countries. Scared to tell my therapist for whatever reason. I mean, the thing is, you don't have to, like, make it a big deal, if that makes sense. You can kind of just be like, hey, so, like, there's something I've been wondering about. Like, I've been learning a lot more about, like, LGBT people lately. I read a bit about what transgender means, and I feel like I relate to some of that stuff. Like, you can just kind of, like, express it as something that you've been hearing about and are curious about. Like, you don't have to sit there and be like, hello therapist, I am coming out as trans, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. Just gotta conquer social anxiety and human interaction. Yeah, I get that. For me, it was like the extreme dysphoria overrode my social anxiety in that situation. But yeah, it is very frustrating having social anxiety, because it's like, okay, if I want to get help with it, I have to be in a social situation. it's like a freaking paradox. What helped me was finding a therapist that I could make an appointment for online and not have to call. That helped a lot. And then I got the first appointment over with, and now it's like not as scary anymore. Wonder how Australia would be if / when we move back. Imagine they should let me continue without much issue, but you never know. Yeah, I really don't know much about the system in Australia either, to be honest. But as far as I know, usually if you have like medication in another country, like you're approved to take medication in another country, you're usually able to just kind of transfer that over to the new country. As long as you have evidence that you're allowed to take it, basically, or that you've been prescribed it. Wah. Thank you for the raid, Rambling Fox Arts. What the flip? Welcome in. I'm realizing just now that you can, like, barely see this sketch. If I, like, duplicate them a bunch of times. But yeah, welcome in, Rambling Fox, and everybody who was watching them. Would you like to share a little bit about what you were doing on stream? I am curious and nosy. My cat just knocked something down. That sounds very cat. It's... average cat behavior. Hey Aaron, hi Matthew, welcome in. Hi, I was just watching, I was playing a cozy farming sim called Fields of Mystria. But I normally do art crafty things. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured from your name that you're an artist. That's really cool. I'm always up for following more artists. I've never heard of that game though. Is that a new game? Howldy, yo, Petrichor, welcome in. Can I poke you? I don't know, maybe? Model is so cute. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm very happy with how it came out, so I'm always glad when people like it. Oh, I also just read this character has bottom eyelashes, not top eyelashes. Oopsie. I was just autopiloting it. Autopiloting it. Gorillas are in Fortnite. Oh my god, you're right. I forgot about that. Everyone is hype. I haven't been this hype since Hatsune Miku. Dude, what is next? Frickin' Chipflake in Fortnite? It's a new-ish game on Steam in early access, but they're adding updates regularly. Okay. Okay. That sounds cool. I do enjoy me a cozy farming simulator every once in a while, especially if you can play as an animal. Cool beans. Beans are pretty cool. What do you think's gonna happen first, guys? Chipflake in Fortnite or Chipflake in Smash? They do have the icon series, so maybe they can add you. I don't even know what that is. I've never played Fortnite in my life. It's not the kind of game for me, to be honest. Yeah, I'm thinking this kind of pose like a little bit shy, a little bit A little bit hee hee ha ha, but like really cute. You know? Imagine getting ground pounded by Chip in Smash Bros. It's a fever dream. I don't know, I don't even know like what abilities he would have. If you like Stardew Valley, I would recommend it. It's fantasy themed and a 90s inspired art style. I also recommend Grimshire. He plays an anthro animal crafting / farming. Dark Sim. What is Dark Sim? I've heard of Grimshire though. I think somebody actually recommended it to me on stream. And I think I added it to my wishlist already. Thank you for the save reminder, by the way. I'm gonna put I'm gonna save it. Didn't save this once yet. Oh my gosh. Commissions, icons, yes. Wiggle. This one's for must wiggle. Dark as in horror / dark vibes. Really? With a farming sim? Okay. I'm intrigued. Yep. Wiggle. Wiggle. Okay, I'm gonna put this one back on screen while I search for that game. Because if I don't add it to my wishlist right now, I will forget that it exists. Okay, where's Steam? What was it called again? Fields of Mystria. Fields of Mystria. Okay. Yeah, that looks cute as hell. Oh my gosh. 14 euros. Okay, okay, okay. I'm interested. Yo. So what? Do the characters take their clothes off? What? What kind of game is it? Oh, they got like swimsuit edition? What? Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at this right now. Thanks for the follow, hoping to start learning Live 2D soon, nervous but excited. You're very welcome. I'll try to check out your stream sometime. Yeah, Live 2D is a really freaking cool program. And I really appreciate that they're always updating it with features that make it easier and quicker to use. When I first got into it, I needed like an entire working week to figure it out, so good luck. Maybe nowadays, now with the new features and stuff, it's a little bit easier and quicker, but yeah, it was tough for me, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Icon series is a thing for content creators, music artists, and streamers. They had things from Ninja to Marshmallow and Miku. Okay, good to know. Made a reminder for something on my phone yesterday and I still forgot about it, so I'm cooked basically. Maybe I'm getting old. Yeah. Phone reminders tend to work for me when the reminder itself works. Sometimes I just don't get reminded, which kills me. Other than VTuber stuff, is there any other stuff you can do with Live 2D? I've heard people say you can use it for MoGraph. I don't know what that is, but you can use it for animation actually. I've seen more and more people using Live 2D just to make animations. It's quite common nowadays for making like idle animations or games and stuff like visual novels, things like that. But I've seen people make like full animations with it and stuff as well. It's It's a very versatile program, I would say. Very cool. Hello, TH. Welcome in. I'm not gonna say your full name this time. I think I would make the other eyebrow visible, actually. Okay, I am gonna go and take another very quick break. Sorry to raid and run, no worries. Oh, you're from Australia! Oh my god, yeah, it's like really late there, isn't it? Well, have a good night, and I'll see the rest of you after the break. Don't forget that. Okay, so, it's been a while. 5 whole years since I uploaded on this channel. I guess I have some explaining to do, huh? Yeah, so the reason I've been gone from YouTube going on 10 years now is I've actually been making a video game. Yeah, I took the last 15 years off from YouTube to learn how to code, 3D model, produce music, all by myself. Yep, I made an entire video game, completely on my own. It took a really long time to learn all these new skills, so I'm sure you can understand now why I've been gone from YouTube for the past 20 years. Haha. So, after 25 years, why did I just now decide to return to YouTube? Well, to be completely honest with you, see my wife, she knows someone who was able to hook us up with a cardboard box. So it's not too bad, you know, my wife and our 1.5 kids. We've just been hanging out and saving a few costs, while I do nothing but make this video game all day, every day. She's a stay-at-home mom, so... Oh, there she is now! Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's true. Hey, don't say stuff like that in front of the camera. Listen guys, the video game I've spent the last 30 years working on is actually coming out this year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd wishlist it and grab a copy when it comes out. I don't know how many of you know this, but every time you make a video game, Nintendo gives you a yacht. If I'm honest, that's actually the reason why I decided to leave YouTube for 35 years and make this video game instead. For my wife, she really wants this yacht. Alright, well, I'll tell you one last secret. I've actually been considering breaking my 40-year absence and returning to YouTube once the game is out. Maybe even making a storytime animation again. Wave of nostalgia. How long has it been since I last made one of those? Must have been at least 45 years now. But I might consider making them again if you subscribe. Wink. Okay, I gotta go. Those quests aren't gonna program themselves. Oh, I'm just vibrating at the thought of refining all that HTML code. Goodbye, friends. No. 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 Why? Why? No. No. Uh. Uh. That's 350. Welcome back. Good morning. Do you enjoy getting sniffed? We love to get sniffed in this household. Okay, how do you stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time? I use a program called Restream. It's very nice. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of funny how many Australian viewers I have. Like, I guess it's just because I stream like around 12-ish at night, I think, for Australians, a little bit earlier. So people, I think on average people stream in their time around like 9-ish. So by the time they're done, I guess I'm like one of the only English-speaking people streaming. It's pretty funny though. I enjoy it. As always, your streams are perfect for studying. Really? Thank you very much. Ozzy mentioned. Yeah, this is what I mean. You're looking for something to unwind with before you go to sleep, I guess. I find it crazy how many time zones Australia has, though. Big, chunky country. Also, these horns are facing the wrong way. Why did I do that? Whoops. Been looking for alternatives to After Effects, and Live 2D is on my radar, but I don't know if it's good for backgrounds and UI animations, so it's great for character animation though. Honestly, I don't see why it wouldn't be good for backgrounds. You know, you can get a 30-day free trial. Maybe you could try it out to see if it actually meets your needs. So what I really like is that I always really liked the puppet warp in sorry for the crazy plosives there, by the way. I know I have like 2 pop filters, but my mic is still crazy with the plosives. What was I saying? Yeah, I always really liked the puppet warp tool in After Effects. And Live 2D is like that, but even better, so I think it's pretty good. Hello, welcome in, Mr. Meepy. How's it going? Australia big, this is very big. Hefty chunk, honestly. Two pop filters are not normal. What mic do you have? I mean, it's technically not. I mean, it's technically two. It's technically 2 pop filters. It's the Rode Procaster, and it has an internal pop mic, like inside the microphone itself. And I also have one that goes over the microphone. And despite that, it's still like crazy with the plosives, and it's It's my biggest pet peeve with this microphone. The thing is, people who buy this microphone, like bought it recently, don't seem to have that problem, so it seems like something they fixed recently. Obviously, I've had this one for many years now, so I still got the old model, I guess. Yeah, I really like this microphone, but it frickin' drives me crazy when I record audio. And I'm like, yo, that was peak. I did excellent. That was beautiful. It sounds great, amazing in every way, but every time I say P, the word P, my microphone is like, yo, let me like bump up the decibels on that, bro. You wanna like explode the ears of your listeners? Road is usually good, could be age. Yeah, well, it's the mic itself. It's a known issue with this microphone, and it's been like that since I got it. Like, it's always been an issue. I think it is something they've fixed with the newer versions of this, the same model, but yeah. It's again, everything else I'm really happy with. Like, I think it's an excellent, it's great value for money in my opinion. I do like how it sounds, although it is pretty I don't know the term. I guess I would say it's a bit too bass heavy in my opinion. May need to consider getting the new one. I am considering. I'm just extremely broke right now. Like, it's actually like insane how broke I am. I'm hoping Eurofern saves me. But geez. And I owe like 4k in taxes right now as well, so that's really cool. I'm gonna like go to Eurofurence, make money and stuff, and it's gonna be really cool, and then the government's just like, yo, I'll be taking that. Thank you very much. Get Chip a new mic. Hello Chip, I'm watching your vids since 2019? No way. We got an OG. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. I do stream every 3 days a week, so, you know. Although, yeah, that's one thing I forgot to talk about. My streaming schedule is gonna be pretty spotty over the next 2 weeks. I'll most likely be streaming this Friday again, and most likely on Monday too. But then I'll be driving to Hamburg for Eurofurence on Tuesday, so probably no streams next Wednesday and Friday. And then I have family members who have a break from work and want to hang out, so that's gonna mess up my streaming plans even more. And this is all assuming that I'm not gonna get sick from your reference. Oh yeah, I just remembered, I'm going to another convention next weekend actually. This weekend I guess I should say. There's a frickin' like LGBT themed convention going on in Bonn next weekend. It's called Icon. So I'm gonna be checking that out for the first time. pretty nice. For once, I'll be going to a convention without doing it for work, so that's cool. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this line art, but in general. You know what? I'm gonna add the little tail in the background because that's a fluffy frickin' tail, and I think it deserves attention. And I'm gonna... Hello from Russia, welcome in. Not OG if you haven't been here for 50 years, right? Oh yeah, I always forget that I've actually been making YouTube videos for 225 years, I think. TBH, if you crowdfunded, you get money in like an hour. Yeah, I guess it's like kind of silly of me, but I do feel a little like... I don't like crowdfunding. I feel like guilty about it. I prefer to disguise my crowdfunding by doing artathons instead, so it feels like I like earned it, if that makes sense. I could definitely do like a donation goal or something for new mic and stuff though. It's true. Doesn't necessarily have to be like, please help me, I owe taxes. Before I forget to ask, could we possibly get a stream a little later on the weekend? I kinda just want to chat while I draw stuff if it's possible. I would love to. I'm just very busy this weekend, I'm sorry. I will be live this Friday, if everything goes to plan, but no weekend streams are planned as of right now. I tend to use my my weekends as like a break. Otherwise I burn myself out, which is not very cool. Despite your normally lax and laid-back demeanor on a scale of 1 to 10, what's the loudest / angriest anyone has ever seen or heard? Me? I really, like, I've definitely been, like, seethingly angry before, but I don't think I've ever really let it out in, like, a loud or aggressive way. And especially not in front of other people. Social anxiety does tend to do that. Send you money via pigeons? Well, pigeons are very adorable, so of course I accept that. Send me a microphone via pigeon. Don't think I could ever imagine you raising your voice. It's like a naturally soft-spoken and chill sounding. Yeah, I don't think it's even possible for me to raise my voice. I find it really difficult, because I have a bad habit of talking too quietly. But when I try to talk louder, it feels, like, really uncomfortable to me. Although I have... I mean, I was gonna say I've like raised my voice during karaoke before, but even then I'm never as loud as the person, like if I'm doing a duet. I'm never as loud as the other person. The day I hear Aaron explode on some rude jerk, that'll be the day I shut it like a mirror. I have been trying to work on my, like, confidence in terms of, like... Specifically, if anybody ever gets mad at my partner or something that they didn't do wrong, I really want to be the kind of guy who can stand up for them. And I just remembered a really funny story that happened this weekend. So parking is a bit of a situation with Gamescom. Yeah, I was at Gamescom for 2 days, by the way, if you missed that. Big gaming convention in Cologne. So we decided to park a little bit further away and walk to the convention. So we drove over this bridge. We were very close to reaching the parking space. We drove over this bridge. This bridge had construction going on one side of it. So every pedestrian had to use the from our direction, the right side. Yeah. Every pedestrian had to use that, whereas usually you would go in the direction of the same direction as the traffic. So we were driving on this road, and suddenly we see this freaking dude on an e-scooter coming in the opposite direction to the direction we were driving in. I'm pretty sure the bridge was like 70 kilometers an hour, by the way. And this dude is on an e-scooter coming in the opposite direction on our side of the road, whilst balancing 2 suitcases on the e-scooter. So my partner who's driving slows down a little bit, honks at the dude like, bro, what are you doing? And we think that might have scared the guy, because suddenly all of his luggage fell down onto the road and under our tires. So we drove over this dude's luggage. Luggage goes everywhere. We stop the car, get out, check the guy is okay, by the way. As soon as I saw the guy was okay, I was like, bro, what are you doing? What? The guy is like, he's apologizing profusely, saying, sorry, it was my fault. And I'm like, of course it's your fault, bro, like... This is what reminded me of the situation. I think that's like the most recent time I can think of where I like got mad at a stranger and like audibly projected that, I guess you would say. Yeah, this guy's iPad got like completely destroyed, by the way. Absolutely shattered into millions of tiny pieces. RIP iPad. I saw that he had a freaking MacBook though. Thankfully that didn't get destroyed by my car tire. Yeah, freaking crazy. Thankfully, the car was fine as well. But yeah, I keep having to think about, like, holy shit, like, imagine... Like, I don't want to, like, I don't want to think about it, but like, imagine if it wasn't the suitcases that fell, but the guy instead. That would have been, like, absolutely horrific. Like for the save reminder, Q-Zip. Also, welcome in. Like, I'm so glad that the only thing that got hurt was the iPad. Because, like, Jesus Christ, like, he said, like, he wasn't from Germany, he was only there for the convention and stuff, and was confused by, like, the road construction and stuff, and I get that, but, like, first of all, could you really not see that all of the cyclists and e-scooter drivers were driving on the pavement and not the road? Also, why would you drive on the road in the opposite direction of where the traffic is coming? Like, I don't know. Freaking crazy situation, dude. At least it wasn't one of those, you scared me, you should have slowed down type. Yeah, the guy was very aware of the fact that he was very much in the wrong. Another thing I was thinking about is, like, a guy can be glad that he got Oz and not some, like, hyper German who's gonna be like, okay, stay here, I'm gonna call the police, you're gonna pay for the repairs on my car even though there's no damage on the car whatsoever. That kind of guy. Cause, like, the fact that that our car was fine is, like, you know, there's no reason to really, like, call the police or anything from that. Like, nobody got injured. Our car didn't get damaged, you know, everything's fine. But yeah, jeez. Yeah, that's like one of those situations where I was prepared, like, bro, if this guy's gonna excuse himself, or, like, try to say that we're at fault, like, my partner's at fault, I'm gonna frickin' throw hands. I was fully prepared to throw hands. Because I really wanna... I may have social anxiety, but I really wanna be the kind of guy who can stick up for the people I care about. How long is the stream gonna end up? Probably just another half an hour. Which is fine by me, I'm pretty tired. So, yeah. Gonna be streaming for another 60 years. Imagine. Awesome detail about you I find cool is given your current pitch and tone, you can't hear any hint of your previous vocal tone in your older vids 55 years ago. Really? You think so? That was very interesting. I guess that's why people think I'm a different person. Swear to God, every time I look at your older videos, I'm like, how is that you? Honestly, same. It genuinely doesn't even feel like the same person. That's why I can watch those videos and not really be affected by it. Or, like, you know, have childhood photos and stuff in my house. Really don't mind, because it's just like, yep. Baby me. Baby me looked like a girl, doesn't mean I am one. didn't transition, you were reborn. It kind of feels like that, to be honest. You know, as I've been saying, I've been doing a lot of, like, self-improvement stuff in general, I guess. I'll also mention that the red rebrand on this channel works really well. I think the stream package you have now is super clean. Thank you very much, Dan. I'm not, like, I hate to be that guy, but I'm not 100% happy with it. Like, I'm definitely keeping the red, and I'm very happy with the red. I like it a lot more than the purple. It feels a lot more me. But I might, like, slightly touch up my overlays and stuff at some point when I get the time. Yeah. Thank you for the very sweet messages, Taka. I really appreciate it. I think I'm gonna go for now, but if anyone's being evil, be sure to give them a chip talk. I will try. Thank you very much. Total idiot. It's every time, dude. Every time. Oh, can't believe I will frickin' be in Hamburg for Eurofluence next weekend though. Next week, literally week from now. Scary. Hello, Dragon Fox Alive. Welcome in, dude. Thank you for the bits, Felix. Idea for all the trans guys who sing. Record a duet with yourself. Pre-T voice, post-T voice. I think I've heard of somebody who did that. Pretty sure there's a YouTube video where somebody did that. I was gonna say that, I mean, first of all, I don't see why, trans women couldn't do that either, actually. Secondly, I was gonna say, like, you might have trouble finding people who do that because of, like, voice dysphoria and stuff. But I think if you're at the point where you're a singer, you probably at least tolerate your pre-T voice. Do you prefer pay ahead or pay after? We're talking about commissions or, like, eating food, or... Wish E-made voice go up? Yeah, I can understand that. Like, you either... If you want your voice to be higher, you either have to do voice training or get a surgery, and both of those are not easy. It's... Not that getting on T is always super easy, but it's definitely not like the level of dedication it takes to do voice acting. Voice changes. Voice training, sorry. And frickin' getting a frickin' surgery. Just asking out of curiosity, because the guy I have been commissioning from first to pay after. Oh, okay. I guess I don't personally mind that much. Although I think I would probably lean more towards pay first, because it gives me a little bit more of a sense of security. And it also kind of helps me with, like, when I know that I owe somebody something, This goes for like anything in my life. It's like, oh, I will not stop thinking about it. So I think it would help me. It helps me keep track of like stuff I have to do. It gets me motivated to finish it quickly if I get the payment first. But I also like consider myself a trustworthy artist, so I don't feel guilty for taking payment first because I do always deliver and I have very customer-friendly refund TOS if for some reason I don't finish it in time or whatever. Can I eat you? I don't think I would taste very nice. Roasted skunk? Hello? What do you mean? I might add in the details in like a different color. A different color. You know, I can do that after. Okay, okay. Ignore me. Last payment I did to them, I ended up paying more because I've used Steam e-gifting, so I'm getting more emotes. Okay. Well, that sounds nice. I haven't commissioned a lot of artists in my life personally. But I think personally I would also prefer to pay them first. Because then I would know like, okay, I have paid, I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's over with kind of thing. Okay, I don't think I'm... Wait. What did I want to do with the ear floof? I guess I want to just do like... vague floofs coming out of nothingness because, I don't know, I like how that looks. Although... something more like that, maybe? Yeah. I'm happy with that. Now we get to draw it again, 3 more times. Layer 2? Wow. Same. Me too, thanks. Hey Pretzel, how's it going, dude? Thank you for the bits, Felix. Love that new Mao. Same. It's haircut. Good, thanks. That's nice. That's always good to hear. I'm also doing pretty well. I'm very thankful. Like, it's been getting hot. Dude, the weather is... I feel so old complaining about the weather, but the weather has been so annoying lately. It's like it's like some days it's been really cold, and then suddenly it's like 28 degrees Celsius the next day. And it's really annoying. And it's it's really hot again today. But thankfully it's not too hot in my room, so I'm not dying, which is cool. Oh bro, I forgot to ask if anybody's working on stuff as well while watching stream. That's my favorite thing to ask. I'm supposed to be working on stuff, but I can't be asked. That was me this morning. If I almost didn't stream because I was like, oh, maybe I should focus on releasing my next video before I go to the convention and stuff. But I'm really glad I did decide to stream, because I think I literally would not have done anything with my day if I didn't start streaming. This is what I mean. It's like, depending on the day, streaming is sometimes bad for me because I get distracted way too much and I work way slower than usual. And sometimes it's a freaking blessing because I literally wouldn't have done anything else otherwise. Sometimes I get stuck at just taking my graphics tablet, because I use it as a monitor, and just like pulling it forward so I can draw on it. I don't know why, but sometimes that as a task in itself feels like it takes so much effort, and I procrastinate really hard on doing it, and sometimes I don't even realize that I'm procrastinating on moving my monitor so I can draw on it. And then it's already like 1 PM and I'm like, oh, I gotta stream in an hour, but I didn't do anything for the entire morning. I don't know why, but it's like I'm always going through these extreme phases. I've been in a real, like, high motivation phase lately. And now it feels like it's slowly dying down. Usually, though, it's like a really sudden change. I'll be like... feeling like I'm on top of the world, I can do anything, and the next day I wake up and I can't even get out of bed. So I almost feel like I should use the hype moments as much as possible, but then I end up just burning myself out. So I have to force myself to take breaks, even though I feel like I don't want to. Started a new original solo song. Ooh, nice. Sorry, I had a mail to respond, which is mandatory. Missed half the stream. Don't worry, don't apologize. It's totally cool. This is how it looks so far. Let me know what you think. Well, this is the main thingy. I hope I interpreted your request well. I feel like I did, but... you know. Yeah, I hope it's not going to be too hot in Hamburg next week, otherwise I'm gonna die. I would really like to wear my fursuit at least once, but I can't do that if it's gonna be too hot. I don't know why, I'm really bad at dealing with heat. Working on designing some stickers right now. I'm gonna hand out while cosplaying as Blitz. Really cool. Are you going to a convention? Is that what you mean? Stuck at work doing tedious tasks? Hell yeah. We love doing tedious work tasks. Just came here to say I like your art animation. Congrats on 1 million subscribers. P.S. I'm another Daniel. Yo, collecting all the Daniels. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. It's going awesome, no need to change it. I appreciate that. I'm quite proud of how it came out. I really like this. I really like how the expression came out. And all the fluff, of course. Very important. I'm really demotivated with music up until this point because I'm really struggling with maintaining my connections and relevancy. Feels like no labels want to work with me anymore. Yeah, I've been seeing a couple of your posts on social media about that. I really don't get it because you've been doing so many like crazy collabs and stuff lately. I really don't know. Wish I could help out in some way. I guess I can kinda relate though. YouTube has been very what's the word? Punishing lately. When a video doesn't do well, it like does my videos either do like ridiculously well or ridiculously bad. There's like no in between. And that's wouldn't really be a problem if it wasn't related so much to my livelihood. I do feel like my next video has the chance to do really well. But it's pretty nerve-wracking, like I really don't want to be proven wrong. Like, I really thought my road trip series was gonna do pretty well. Everyone was freaking begging me to do storytime animations again. And just in general, I feel like the story is really fun. But they didn't do as well as I thought they might do. So that's kind of why I haven't updated that series. Even though the road trip happened literally a year ago now. Fortunately not going to convention, but I'm going to use the cosplay time somewhere. I'm gonna use the cosplay sometime around Halloween. Ah, okay, I get it. That's cool. I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate that. I saw frickin' tons of Husband Hotel and Hell of a Boss cosplayers at Gamescom. It's crazy how popular that series is. Or those series, I guess. Enjoyed the road trip series. Thank you, I appreciate it. I do want to get back to it eventually. But yeah, it's a little demotivating. Although I think the worst case is with frickin' Chipflake's Adventure. I really wanted to try making an animated series kind of thing, like a fictional animated series kind of thing, that also ties into the game. But unfortunately it doesn't do well enough to be... I hate that I have to even like base my art on that kind of thing, but it doesn't do well enough financially for me to be able to continue it as of right now. The road trip series might just need a little bit of like remarketing though, maybe. present the title and thumbnail in a bit of a different way, it might interest people more. Because I think it might just be a problem with, like, maybe people click on them expecting those videos to be kind of like a rant type video, not a story time. What are you doing? I'm working on an animated commission right now. Beep 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 beep. Good morning, sorry for being inactive in your channel, I hope you remember me. Don't worry, you don't have to apologize for that. I'm definitely more of a passive watcher of other creators as well, so it'd be hypocritical of me to expect everybody to be super active in my chats and comments and stuff. Want to continue the series, but can't get some money, you could add a separate counter to your streams that people can pitch in whenever you make a new episode. Yeah, I do like that idea. I guess I just don't really know how I would set something like that up. Because stuff like... let's say I use Ko-fi. Ko-fi doesn't really have a way to create, like, a pool of funding, I guess you would call it. Like, you just get paid immediately as soon as somebody donates to you. Or if they use Stripe, you get it at the end of the month. So I don't know, I'd need a way that people could, like, pitch into something, but I only get the payout once we hit the goal. I'm not really sure how to do that, other than through Throne, which only allows you to do... I think it's only like 2 or 3 digital goals. Otherwise, I would set those up for, like, every project that I want to do and can't afford. So people can literally just look through everything that I want to do and be like, oh, I think that sounds really cool, I'd like to help you make that. I'm gonna support this specific project. I would love to do something like that. But I don't know how to set that up. How to set it up in a way where I don't just get the dono immediately. Because that's not quite what I want, I guess. Keep it in the description of the purchase to clarify that it actually goes to the episode. It's just... I guess my issue is if I would get the payment immediately, I would have to save it myself. And I guess I don't really have a good way to do that. For, like, small specific things. And then, like... If the project never gets funded, like, then what happens, you know, like, I don't know. I would just really like to have a thing where people can contribute to a pool and then I only get the payment once we hit the goal. And not have to use, like, GoFundMe or something. I don't know. Maybe there's something like that. I don't know. I'm a little scared to like, put too much hope in it. But it would be really nice if my next video would do really well. And kinda like give me the boost I need to where I can get back to making like anything I want, basically. First time joining a live stream, welcome in, Jackie. Thank you for stopping by. I do stream almost every Wednesday, oh my god, almost every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so feel free to stop by again in the future, because unfortunately I do have to end, I know. Yeah. But a very cool stream today. I had fun. Thank you for helping me out. Thank you for keeping me company. As I said, I will most likely be back on Friday. And from then, my schedule is gonna be a little bit spotty. But you should be able to keep up with my schedule. My online schedule, schedule.chipflake.com, to you know, keep up to date with everything and see when I'm actually live again. But yeah, have an wonderful rest of your day. And I hope I'll see you on Friday, where I'm probably going to be working on this again. And yeah, don't forget, the most important thing though is